Hey there, teacher Jen here. So, how to form comparative and superlative adjectives? We're going to learn that in this video. Adjectives are words that we use to describe a noun, like happy, pretty, beautiful. Comparative adjectives are words that we use to compare two nouns, and it usually ends with er, and sometimes we use more before the adjectives, like smarter, faster, more interesting. Superlative adjectives, on the other hand, are words that we use to compare three or more nouns that express the highest degree of quality, like the smartest, the fastest, the most interesting. We usually see est at the end of these adjectives, and sometimes we use the most before the adjective. Now, how to form comparative and superlative adjectives? 1. If the adjective has one or two vowel letters, then it gets er for comparative and est for superlative. Like, for example, close, closer, the closest. Long, longer, the longest. Fast, faster, the fastest. Number 2, if the adjective has three or more vowel letters, then it gets more for comparative and the most for superlative. Like, for example, beautiful, more beautiful, the most beautiful. Famous, more famous, the most famous. Dangerous, more dangerous, the most dangerous. Interesting, more interesting, the most interesting. Number 3, we usually add er for comparative and est to superlative to one syllable words. Like, for example, old, older, the oldest. Long, longer, the longest. Number 4, if an adjective ends in e, the letter e, we add r or just simply add est rather for superlative. For instance, nice, it ends with letter e, so you simply add r for comparative and st for the superlative. That makes nicer, the nicest. Large, larger, the largest. Number 5, if an adjective ends in a vowel plus a consonant letter, like ig, at, we double the consonant, then add er for comparative and est for superlative. For example, big, it ends with a vowel and a consonant letter. So we will double the letter G, that will make bigger, the biggest. Fat, fatter, the fattest. Number 6, if an adjective ends in a consonant and letter Y, we change the letter Y to I and add ER or EST. So, for example, happy, it ends with Y and with a consonant letter P. So we will take out the Y, we add IER. So that will make happier and the happiest. Silly, sillier, the silliest. Number 7, we use more and most to comparatives and superlatives for most two-syllable adjectives and for all adjectives with three or more syllables. Like careful, it has two syllables. Careful, so we will say more careful, the most careful. Interesting, It has one, two, three, four. Interesting. So it has four syllables. So we will use more interesting and the most interesting. However, with these common two-syllable adjectives, you can either add er or r and est or st, or you can also use more and most. So either of the two is correct. Like, for example, polite, politer, more polite. The politest, the most polite. Simple, simpler, more simple, the simplest, the most simple. Quiet, quieter, more quiet, the quietest, the most quiet. Narrow, more narrow, narrower, the narrowest, the most narrow. And number 9, the adjectives good, bad, and far have irregular comparatives and superlatives. So when we say irregular, in order for you to form its comparative and superlative, you have to change the spelling. So good here will make better for the comparative and the best for its superlative. Bad, worst, and the worst. Far, further, farther, and the farthest or the furthest. Now your turn. Answer this. Write its comparative and superlative forms. You can comment down your answers in the comment section and we'll see. How about this? And this last slide. So we have 15 adjectives here. All right, so comment your answers in the section below and then I will check it. Hope it helps. Thank you so much. See you again.